Hi guys, I'm Woodcraft Hamster, and I thought I would do what's probably going to be our final episode on this bowl until we get round to finishing. Now, as you know, I've been trying to string this out a little bit just so that I didn't have to do this, but as I suspect you've already guessed, it's still quite damp in here. I can't risk leaving it out in the open air to dry out too quickly because we've already had a little bit of cracking. So really this episode is just going to be a few shots of me going over this bowl, just refining it down a little bit more to the stage where I'm now going to leave it in its plastic bag with some shavings to slowly dry out. I'll take it out sort of a couple of times a week, etc, etc, just to let it dry and let any moisture out of the bag. And that's really it. So I thought what I would do is, the last time I did a video like this, I kind of sat here nattering away to you and just put some clips overlaid on top, which seemed to go down quite well. So what I'm going to start with is a little bit of axe work, and I'm very deliberately keeping this axe work light. There's been a few comments in the comments section, basically, you know, saying that everyone was sort of had a bit of a heart in mouth moment while I was using the axe, and I'll be honest, so did I. I did really want to limit the amount of axe work on this bowl, but basically I did want to do a little bit more because it is the most effective way of doing it, and I really don't want to sort of just sit here and use a knife or my gouge kind of almost exclusively. So then I'm moving on to doing a little bit of work with my draw knife. That's just helping to refine the shape down, smooth off some of those rough edges, get rid of some of the bulk, and really it's quite a simple process. You've seen me do it loads of times before, but it does really help when it comes to shaping. So if you are at this kind of stage and you do have a draw knife or a push knife, which is obviously what I'm using here, it is a really good versatile tool for this. And then finally I'm just going to do a little bit of tidying up with my gouge, and really that's just to bring round certain corners to sort of scallop things out a little bit. I'm not going to go too mad on the finishing with this, because until it dries, yes, you can give yourself a bit of extra kind of help, if you like, by finishing things down to a very smooth level with just tools, but once I reach a certain stage I figured, what, I'm sanding it anyway, and to be honest, when I'm sanding, I can always come back and use my tools once it's dry just to level things off, and you're not getting any kind of snagging that you normally get associated with damp wood. And so by the magic of editing, here is the final product. As I said before, this does really need to dry out for a fair bit longer. I realise it's not really the most pronounced change since the beginning of the video, but hopefully you can see some of the changes. It's slimmed down a little bit, we've removed a lot more of that wood. And to be honest, when I come to sand it later on, all of these sharp edges that I'm hoping are picking up all right on the camera there, all these sharp edges are going to blend in. It's going to become a lot more flowing. This kind of big lump that's the rim round here is hopefully going to kind of blend in a bit more to the base. So yeah, I'm just going to see how it goes. Now, as I said, it's going to take a little while to dry out. Now, because of the magic of YouTube, I'm probably 2 weeks ahead of you at the moment, I think. I'll need to check on my computer, but essentially I try and pre-record these as often as I can, and then sort of feed them out week by week rather than sort of putting 5 or 6 videos up in one go. So I think it's going to take longer than 2 weeks, truth be told, for this to dry out, but we will see. But yeah, that's where we are. So I hope it was useful, guys. I hope you sort of like get the purpose of trying to sort of drag this out a little bit, just so that this can be, I can try and do the whole series in one flowing go. Comments and questions in the box below. Hit like and subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I hope you'll all join me next time. Thanks, guys.